showtime.
What is going on, YouTube universe? This is Zirra, and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Zirra Reacts, the channel where we break down, interpret, and do whatever we have to do to videos on the internet. Some of you are probably surprised to find out that I'm still alive. Some of you probably don't even know who the fuck I am. So at any rate, I am back. It has been a hot minute. I have been still dealing with some things in my personal life that I am hoping, fingers crossed, over the next couple of weeks will kind of start to stem the flow a little bit better and kind of not cease to exist, but just become a lot more easier to bear. And when the time comes, I would love to be able to talk to you all about it. Until then, just know I'm doing okay. But most importantly, we are back doing another reaction video, and it is one that comes highly recommended from you guys at home. One of the last previous ones we did was a reaction to the Warning's Automatic Sun, and a lot of you have been coming through in the comments giving me your interpretations and opinions on how the song was built, the song is created, and it's what we do here on this channel. We love to break down lyrics and kind of put our own spin on things and try to interpret the stories or meanings that are made from that. And the kind of story that I derived from Automatic Sun the first time around was a toxic relationship, or the push and pull of wanting to be in a relationship but then trying to break away from it, and there was some polar contrasting between those two kind of stances. I was probably a little bit off the mark considering some of the comments that have come through, which I'm going to bring to your attention momentarily, but that is the beauty of being able to interpret music from our own standpoint, from a personal point of view. Being able to make things feel and associated with your own meanings makes the songs so much more impactful when you listen to them. And I love that these girls, even though they might come out from time and time again and give us directive of which way the song is going, still leaves it open for that interpretation, which I think is brilliant. But I'm going to turn attention to two comments in particular, the first of which comes from a good friend of mine, somebody who has been around for my reaction videos pretty much since the beginning, and that is Seth Eggert 91. He came through with, first off, welcome back Zirra. This was 2 months ago as well, so he's probably going to say welcome back in this comment section as well. We're all here for you and we're happy that you're doing okay. Thank you very much, sir. He continues on to say, as far as the meaning of Automatic Sun, I've heard and read what Danny, Pow and Ale have said, that it's about someone that lights up a room that you can't help but gravitate towards. That being said, music is always open to interpretation, right? Right, exactly. Well, I kind of view this as a compliment of a continuation of, or a callback to 23 from the Era album. 23 delves into a relationship that can't happen for whatever reason, whether it's because of age, taboo, religion, it's forbidden, etc. Automatic Sun, to me at least, is about the yearning, how good it feels to be in that relationship. How good just having that person around, being around that person, can make you feel. And that gravitational pull, just like an automatic sun, which, again, polarizes the kind of directive I took, but still very much the same in the fact that it's a relationship that you're drawn into, that you're kind of sucked within. That is followed up by a comment by Lonely Wind 3511, who actually came through with a quote from Danny herself, and they said, from the website Rock Sound, guitarist and lead vocalist Daniela Danny has shared, it's about missing someone and the energy this person gives you. You're drawn into their gravitational pull and brightness, like an automatic sun. And then they followed up by saying, there is a new interview with Alison Hagendorf, where The Warning discusses several of their new releases. It just came out about 5 days ago. Again, this was 2 months ago, so I apologize. The Warning on new music, meteoric rise, fears, and superpowers. I might actually have a look at that interview. If that's something you'd like to see a reaction to, comment down below. But they also, just as many of you said, pointed to the fact that there was a new video on MTV, or at least back 2 months ago, there was a new video on MTV The Warning performs Automatic Sun on MTV Push, and that is exactly what we are about today. While I had other Warning songs in mind, I mean, there's a new album for us to react to, there's a new collaboration for us to react to, there's older stuff that I still haven't reacted to for us to react to, but this came so highly recommended after that Automatic Sun reaction that I already have done, that I figured, why not make the return something that you guys wanted to see, something that you've pushed me kind of into the direction of. And I'm very keen to see how this plays out, because my knowledge of MTV Push, it is a real kind of unplugged kind of scenario where it's just the band in a space jamming and playing the music. And if that is what we are given, just being able to see these girls get to work, I am so excited. So ladies and gentlemen, it is that time. Sit back, relax, do whatever you have to do to get comfortable and get in the zone. I would show you that I have my pants off right now, but I'm not going to do it for two reasons. One, I'll probably get demonetized, even though we're not monetizing here anyway, but, you know, I want to be able to monetize when the time comes. And second of all, it'd probably be a little bit, yeah, you don't want to see that, trust me. But whatever you do, just sit back. Just get ready to take in the greatness, because whenever we listen to these girls, it is nothing but an absolute treat. Are you ready? We're diving on in to the Warning's MTV Push performance of Automatic Sun. Oh, we're like going unplugged here. Okay, I'm going to pause here before we dive into the lyrics, right? I have been preaching time and time again when we've listened to these girls, especially over their most recent works, that I feel their tone collectively has become a lot more ballsier, a lot more heavier, a lot more gutsy. I don't know whether it is just this particular performance and the scope of doing it as kind of like a unplugged kind of thing that they're doing here for MTV, but straight out the gate, the heaviness just sinks into your core, and I'm all for lighter tones and more vibrant, uplifting kind of stuff, and these girls have done that before, but I'm really embracing the heaviness and the darkness that kind of contrast with what the Warning has been doing probably over the last 12 months or so. So I might not be the only one. Let me know in the comments down below if you think the heavier tones attribute themselves better to these girls, because I can tell you what, the sounds these girls can create with just a three-piece are absolutely astonishing. And it sounds that, you know, bands that have 5, 6, 7 members sometimes never, you know, ever create. You know, they fail to bring into the mix. These girls are something awesome. Let's kick this back again. Let's listen to it. Let's take it in. Just wait for the bass. When Ale comes in. Goosebumps.
Try not to think about it too much. The weight of everything's just an unavoidable headache. The way you hurt me's never enough. This addiction's hard to give up. If you want it all, then just take it, take it, take it. Burning your automatic sun. Look what you're doing to me. Give me a psychosomatic love. Look what you're doing to me. Oh, look what you're doing, doing. Look what you're doing, doing. Look what you're doing to me. Yeah.
Oh boy, I need some tissues because it's clean up aisle me. That was better than I imagined, hands down. Now, I said it at the top of the video that the whole Unplugged scenario would play so well into this performance, and it did that. It just allowed Danny's vocals to speak for themselves, the instrumentals to come through so hard, and as I said during the reaction, pausing it just to take note of how ballsy and heavy these girls are starting to become with their sound and their tone. I am absolutely loving it, and I can only hope that this heaviness kind of transcends through with them. And I'm not at all suggesting that they need to just stereotype themselves to this heaviness, because we've seen, you know, more punkish type vibes and upbeat vibes with like Sick and other performances in the past. We've seen the more somber tones with the piano keys and, you know, acoustic kind of vibes. So I'm loving the journey these girls take us on. They take us from point A to point B, many different routes, but we always come to the same conclusion, and that is whatever these girls throw out onto the table is absolutely fucking sensational. I am so keen to start unpacking this album with you guys at home. If we have already reacted to a track from the album previously, I'm not going to do so again, but essentially what I am going to do looking at the new album is go from track listing 1 all the way through to the final listing. Every single song we haven't reacted to yet will have a reaction video systematically drop, not one after the other, but at least I'm hoping every week we can get a reaction video out. I'm wanting to now shift into a kind of setup where every Monday, every Friday, my time, Australian time that is, we drop a reaction video to kick off the week, and to end the week we can just take in some music and have a good time. I'm also looking at branching out from music as well. I've done NASCAR stuff before, and the people commenting on those videos want more. So if there's anything at home you guys want to see me react to, let me know in the comment section down below, because that's how I find out about half of these bands. If it wasn't for people commenting about Baby Metal, I wouldn't have any idea who Baby Metal are. Like, I've heard of them, but I wouldn't have checked their music out if it didn't come highly recommended. There's some other bands that I've got currently downloaded that have come highly from recommendation. The NASCAR reactions came from recommendation. So, I'm an open book, ladies and gentlemen. You want to see it? Let me know. It'll probably go down. But that is it for this video, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you for bearing with me with my time away. I'm glad to be back, and I would love to know your thoughts of this particular performance of Automatic Sun by The Warning. Let me know in the comment section down below. The next time we talk about The Warning, your comments might get featured before we kick things off. Something I'm wanting to do a little bit differently, and I have kind of prefaced it in previous videos, but we would normally do the breakdown in the past at the end of the video, and I would start breaking down songs that we listened to previously that didn't align with the band we were listening to. And I got some comments again from you guys at home suggesting maybe those comments should be left for the bands that we are reacting to. So if we listened to a Warning video previously, it makes sense to then reflect back onto that previous one when looking at comments. But if I was doing like Falling in Reverse, if I was doing Electric Callboy, following the end of that video by talking about the warning kind of seems a little bit out of place. So I'm starting to piece the puzzle pieces together a little bit so Zirra Reacts becomes more cohesive moving forward. I really want to take this channel to new heights. So I do appreciate you guys hitting that like button. I appreciate all the comments, all the views. If you haven't done so already, jump on board the community we are building here, because you guys make this experience so much more greater. And once again, I seriously cannot thank you guys enough for sticking with me. But that's it from me, guys. I'm out of here. Stay tuned, because later on this week, we'll be checking something else out. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.